Hello everyone, my name is Pavelsabacky, and I'm the composer behind Duat, Beyond Light and Shadow. It's close to finishing, at least the soundtrack. I can't share much with you, unfortunately, yet, but the official release of the soundtrack will be available soon enough. At the moment, I am taking care of mixing and creating first stage of a boss battle track, which is the last thing I have to do before mastering. As you can see, we have everything bounced in audio. I already mixed the things, took care of printing the effects or plugins or EQs and so on. So most of the tracks in the game have variations, meaning that there is a certain version of the same music that can be randomly triggered, so the loop is not that boring that quickly. And for the boss battles, it's pretty straightforward. You'll have a stage 1 music, which is triggered immediately, and then you'll have stage 2, which is triggered by a certain parameter in the game. So let's say you take down a certain amount of HP from the boss, and then the second stage kicks in. The way I approached creating the second stages, or rather the first stages for the boss battles, is that I started with the second stage, because what I tend to do is I tend to overwrite a little bit. So it's actually easier for me to go back and mute certain things or make them less loud or less dense in a rhythmical sense. So what you can see at the moment is the second stage here, the first stage here. Immediately notice there's certain things that are muted. I just started with the intro, so I muted a couple things, and this is basically the way I'm going to work through the whole track, which is about 2 minutes long. And once that's done, it will go into my mastering project. So this is the mastering project. It doesn't look like much. It's basically an empty project into which I will then export all the cues, and I just have a very simple mastering chain here with the BX Master Desk Classic set up to this preset, but then I tweaked a couple things, especially the stereo enhance, which doesn't need to be that wide. Neutron, just doing some very gentle EQ, compression, and a little bit of exciter. I'm gonna actually tweak that later probably. Gulfos, which is set to about 20% of both recover and tame, a little bit of brighten, limiter at the end, and then a volume adjustment where the limiter will put everything at 0 dB, and then using the volume adjustment I'll just bring everything down a 0.2 dB. I am very happy about the fact that there's a lot of live recorded instruments on the soundtrack. There's a live recorded cello, live recorded French horns, live recorded clarinets, saxophones, vocals. We also have an actual song for the ending of the game. And there is also a little bit of violin and some ethnic flutes like xiao and dizi and some other also just recorders and stuff like that. And then some of the percussions are also live or sampled by me. So I'm glad I was able to infuse some of that live music into this, because it's still mainly virtual instruments and synthesizers. Stay tuned for the soundtrack release, and obviously check out the game. For now, the trailer music is done by a composer that was hired previously to me, but he was unfortunately unable to finish. So we kept the trailer music he did for now. Probably gonna do a new version later. But yeah, check out the game. It looks interesting, and see you soon.